The massive benefit of Facebook ads compared to other forms of online advertising is the ability to target your audience strategically and very, very carefully. And Facebook advertising has the advantage of giving you access to huge amounts of information about each member. And users on Facebook generally share details such as their age, their profession, their marital status, their location, hobbies, interests, and much, much more. And this gives you the ability to pick exactly who you want to see your ads. So, do you want your ads to be seen by inner city teenagers? Or would you rather they were seen by women based in the suburbs who are in a relationship? Or by local business people? The reason why this matters is that it allows you to target the precise audience for your product or services. So, if you have a shop selling wedding dresses, you will probably want to target women in relationships, probably engaged, and living locally. If you were selling computer games from an e-commerce store, you'd want to broaden your ads to target everyone in the country, or even all over the world if you're selling it via a digital download, for example. And you'd want to target mostly males in their teens and 20s who listed gaming as one of their hobbies. This way, you drastically reduce the amount of people who aren't likely to buy clicking on your ads. And you ensure that all of your money is being spent on worthwhile and useful advertising. So anybody who is not going to be interested in your product or your service is not going to see the ad, and therefore is not going to be a waste of money for you. Okay, now let's look at the different targeting options that Facebook has, because they do have quite a few, and the sort of targeting option that you're going to choose is largely going to be dependent, of course, on what your product or service is. Now, you can create a custom audience if you want. You can use email addresses, phone numbers, Facebook user IDs or app user IDs to create and save addresses that you'd like to show your ads to. So you can make sure that only people who you've specifically selected will actually get to see your ad. Nobody else will. You can also choose by location, age, gender, and language. And basically, these are the most basic demographics of the audience that you want to reach. You can choose by interest. You can pick specific interests that are important to your audience. And these are determined by what people are connected to on Facebook, such as pages or apps. So if you're in a hobby niche or you're in a business niche, you can zoom straight in and only target those particular people. You can also select your audience based on connections. So you can set your audience based on whether or not they're connected to any of your pages, apps, or events. Or anyone who has a friend connected to what you're advertising will see their friend included in your ad. And this can increase the likelihood that they'll find your ad relevant, and they'll find it relevant enough to engage with it. Now, keep in mind that selecting multiple options for connections will limit your audience to people who only fall under each parameter. So, for example, if you wish to target your fans and friends of fans, you'll probably be better off using two separate ads, one for fans and one for friends of fans, because selecting both parameters for one ad will target only people who are fans and have friends who are fans. So it does sort of work its way through, so it can limit you. You can actually limit the amount of people that see your ad. This is the whole point. It is to sort of narrow down rather than broaden the advertising base. And of course, there are more categories as well. You can select people based on any Facebook or partner categories that you've requested access to. Although you need to keep in mind that some data is only available to advertisers in the US, because Facebook is, of course, a US-based company and data protection laws apply in various places. Now, let's look at a few tools that can help you to select the right audience. The first one is Ads Manager, and as it says here in their Help Center post here, you can create and run your ads, target your ads, set your budget, see how your ads are performing, and see your billing summary, payment history, and payment method info. And you can find out and access it by going to facebook.com/ads/manager. Obviously, you do have to have some ads running in order to manage. The other one is Power Editor. And this is, it says, designed for larger advertisers who need to create lots of ads at once and have precise control of their campaigns. And you can find it at facebook.com/ads/manage/power editor. And you have to have the right sort of browser to make it work. And it's basically an updated version of Ad Manager. Finally, you can use Audience Insights to get a really good look at the sort of people who are looking at your advertisements. And they give you a lot of information, things like demographics, page likes, activity, purchases, etc. And as you can see from this screen grab that they've got in the Help Center, there's a lot of information here, a lot of easy to follow graphics and that sort of thing. And they do have a lot of information on how it works, and there is actually a video on the subject that explains it probably better than I can. So if you come here to facebook.com/business/news/audience-insights, you'll be able to find out all about it. In this video, I want to talk you through some of the different types of Facebook ad. Now, Facebook used to have lots of different types of ad, but these days they've narrowed it down to just a few, and I suspect that these were probably the most popular ones anyway, and they've discontinued the ones that people weren't particularly interested in. So let's talk you through some of the different ones. And the first one is a promoted post. And the supported placements are the right column, the mobile feed, and the news feed. And this is a great way of getting a larger audience engaged with an important piece of content or promotion. And for a set budget, you can boost a post which will increase its visibility in the feed of people who like your page as well as their friends. Then there's a boosted post, which is slightly different. And the supported placements are the right column, mobile feed, and news feed. And it's available to pages with 50 likes or more, and it's a simpler version of the promoted post. And you choose fans of your page and their friends, or you can choose to select targeting criteria. Then there's a domain ad, and the supported placement is in the right column. And domain ads are essentially adverts that appear in the sidebar and point directly to a website that you're hosting. It's a similar way to a Google Adsense ad. And they are perhaps the simplest form of ads and are composed of a simple heading and a block of text. Then there's the multi-product ad. And the supported placements are the newsfeed and the mobile newsfeed. And multi-product ads display multiple items on a slideshow type display that lets users browse and shop right from Facebook. And this is incredibly powerful for e-commerce stores, and it means you're only really posting one ad to promote a whole range of different products. And it's also good if you've got a bricks and mortar store or something like that. You can use this type of advertisement, again, to highlight your products, showcase your products. Then there's page like, and the supported placements are the right column, the news feed, and the mobile news feed. And this is basically an advert for your Facebook page. And with these, what you're trying to do is increase the number of likes so that you can generate a bigger audience to market to. And this is really part of a long-term strategy. You're probably not going to make any direct sales from this sort of thing, but you are going to get more people to like your page, you're going to get more fans, and you're going to grow your audience slowly over time. So it's something to plan for the long term. Then there are video ads, and the supported placements are the right column, news feed, and the mobile news feed. And as the name would suggest, video ads let you showcase a video. And they're good for getting likes, and they're powerful for video marketing. Then there are app ads, and the supported placement is in the right column and the news feed. And if you've built a branded app for Facebook, then this is how you can promote it and encourage downloads. Then there is an event ad, and the supported placements are the right column, news feed, and mobile news feed. And as the name would imply, events allow you to advertise events. And these can be useful for increasing interest for a company launch event, for instance, or for a conference. Or if you've got a bricks and mortar store and you're doing an in-store promotion, you could use this sort of an ad to advertise it. Or if you're a band or something like that and you want to get people to come to your next gig, then you can use an event ad to get people there. Then there's the offer ad, and the supported placements are the right column, news feed, and mobile news feed. And an offer advert is useful for companies who want to market a special offer, as the name would imply. And anyone who clicks on your ad will be emailed a code that they can then use to redeem your special offer, and it's great for encouraging sales. So that, of course, begs the question, what ad type should you go for? Well, that depends. As a general rule, you'll want to use the domain ads when you're looking to generate direct conversions by selling a product, such as an ebook. Meanwhile, the promoted or boosted posts make more sense for businesses trying to build followers, and they represent more of a long-term strategy. Getting fans for a page on Facebook can be very powerful, as it allows you to market to them more often, and it lets you strengthen your relationship with them. For e-commerce stores, there's clearly a big benefit in multi-product and offer ads. And for companies running events, or for bricks and mortar stores running in-store promotions, event ads certainly make a lot of sense. Really though, you won't know which ad is the very best for your campaign until you try a few. You may be surprised if you compare the performance of a few different ads, so experiment with them for a bit and don't make assumptions. At the same time, you should try to avoid thinking of each ad individually, and instead think of them as part of a larger campaign.